Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis starting on the 2 weeks chart here for the all-time history for Bitcoin. Just as a quick reminder, where are we heading for Bitcoin? We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing an impulse toward the upside with 3 cycles already, and we saw of course a correction, and currently we got of course our bull run cycle, which we have finished already, and we are currently in a very shallow wave 2 toward the downside. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have finished a wave 1 in the orange here, and currently we are in a wave 2. Don't forget that this is your wave 1 here, and this is your wave 2, meaning you're looking for a wave 3. If you have finished a wave 1 for your wave 3, meaning you are heading right now after this wave 2, you're heading for a wave 3 over 3, and this might be the most impulsive and explosive wave for Bitcoin, of course, toward the upside. The target for a wave 3 is the 1.618 200K, guys. And this is a very, very realistic number. These are not the logarithmic fib levels here. It is a realistic one, the linear fib levels. And we're looking potentially for a wave 3 to hit the 200K, of course, and then 4 and F5, and potentially even going higher in case we are moving logarithmic. Now, we are of course in a wave 2, and don't forget that we are in a wave after we are in a wave 3 over 3, meaning your wave 2 might be very shallow, of course, because Bitcoin normally tends, when it is in a wave 3 over 3 like this one, the most explosive, tends to have a very short wave 2, hitting only the 0.23 at 68k 900 here, and then start to move very massively toward the upside. In case we move lower and we hit the 0.38 50k, this is also very possible. Don't forget that you have a very strong support here, and you might of course hit the minimum requirement 0.38 and moving toward the upside from the 51k. Meaning, of course, from the 51k to the 200k, this is a very huge move toward the upside for Bitcoin that we might see, of course. First, we need, of course, to finish a wave 2 in 3 corrective waves, as we did see every single bearish market. So we would like to see, of course, this bearish market finishing there and moving towards the upside. Now let's move to the daily. So on the daily for the bullish scenario here, of course, if you remember, we still looking, of course, for one more wave toward the upside, but this is a very, very low possibility right now since we have finished ABC, triple 1-2s, and looking for a wave 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. You're still looking for one more wave for 5 for the yellow count here, because you finished, of course, the main impulse, wave 3 in orange, ABC for the 4, 5 impulse, finishing the wave 3 in the yellow, and of course WXY for the 4, and in case you are still bullish, you would like to see a move towards the upside. However, this move here was of course 3 waves toward the upside. It was not an impulse, it was 3 waves zigzag toward the upside, meaning the possibility now for bullish is, of course, the only case scenario that you can be bullish is, of course, a leading diagonal toward the upside. You would like to see, of course, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5 in a leading diagonal to form, of course, a wave 1 here, and then 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course, to hit a wave 5 to finish this bull run. In case this did not happen, or we do not get, of course, a wave 3, 4, and a 5, therefore we are continuing, of course, in bearish market, of course, towards the 0.23 and 0.38 that we saw in the all-time history for the bear market. In this case scenario, we have to unfold, of course, our short-term bearish scenario, which are the following. So in the bearish scenario, we have W, X, and a Y, a longer correction here where your wave Y has finished, of course, in a triangle, or in a flat, running flat here, and you're looking for double 1-2. In both case scenario, the double 1-2 are there, and of course unfolding a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing wave 3, ABC for a wave 4, impulse to finish, of course, wave 5. This bull run has finished, you formed a wave 1, and currently you're moving to a wave 2 toward the downside in an A, a B, and a C. Currently, we have finished, of course, our wave A in 3 waves and potentially a very fast wave B. It can be, of course, that you get 3 waves toward the upside for your wave B, somehow like this, and then moving toward the downside with a wave C, of course. Don't forget that this will, of course, trigger your bull run with wave 3 over 3, where you would like to see, of course, the price action moves to this area, of course, as technical support here, and start the bull run again. If we, of course, put on the parabolic study here, this is our blue box from what we saw, of course, in the all-time history. These are your targets as well for 0.23, 0.38, where we might hit, of course, for Bitcoin here, of course, and moving towards the upside again. Don't forget as well, we have a CME gap partially closed, which it might, of course, continue. We have closed the new CME gap as well that we have created here, so we can remove this. This one is partially closed, so I'm gonna keep it because potentially we're gonna continue with the wave C, of course, to close it again fully, to fully close it, and then hitting, of course, somehow here. The invalidation of a bullish here, if you remember, with the previous scenario where we are still bullish, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? So this is your wave 1. If the price action comes to this area, hit the 65K, meaning you invalidate this bullish scenario, and of course a bull run will start exactly from this point because you don't have any scenario for bullish once you break this level. If we take a look on the channeling here, we can see, of course, that the price action has left the acceleration channel, meaning, of course, it's a signal that this bull run has finished. Entering the base channel is even much better confirmation. Moving toward the upside and using this base channel as a resistance is even more confirmation. And currently you would like, of course, to move on. And if, of course, you break this channel, base channel again, and you move to the acceleration channel, I would say yes, of course, it can be a bullish scenario here, but definitely based on Elliott wave, you are 3 waves here, corrective, meaning it is impossible, of course, to be impulsive. We don't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an impulse unless this transform, of course, to a leading diagonal and then wave 2 and then moving toward the upside again, but still very, very low possibility. On the 4-hour chart, of course, we are looking here for something unfolding or something moving toward the downside again, where we have finished those 3 waves that we talked about it, and no impulse here to say that we are bullish. So potentially we have finished a wave B here, of course, in 3 sharp waves zigzag, and we have finished an impulse toward the downside after it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, potentially this is your wave 2. You did not hit the 886 yet. As a 1, 2, you hit perfectly the 0.786 inside the green box here. So high potential, of course, is still going for a wave 2 as A, B, C, or W, X, and a Y. And we're moving toward the downside, of course, continuously for a big wave C. In A, B, and a C, of course, your wave C might hit, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level 68K, 67K, which remind us again, of course, with our bearish scenario here, as you can see in the blue box where we want to hit. Also the same for the big scenario where you want to hit, of course, this blue box, right, for the bearish scenario. Don't forget that this wave has to be fast, has to be shallow, and it can be, of course, very, very sharp but fast, and then moving toward the upside, because we are in a wave 3 over 3 for a new bull run, of course, that it might unfold for Bitcoin here. So the scenarios are, of course, very, very clear so far. If we are bullish, guys, if we want to be bullish here, of course, we are looking for a leading diagonal, but very, very far scenario yet, because we don't have, anyway, the wave 3 yet for a leading diagonal. By all means, you are here in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 1, and then wave 2, and then moving toward the upside after 1, 2 here, and then continuation, of course, for higher later on. So basically, we are of course still bearish, guys. We still need one more wave C towards the downside, and then of course start thinking with a new bull run towards the upside, 200k for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.